This is our first official team chat.
I know, it's so excited.
I know.
So you guys already went through and introduced yourselves and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So that's how we kind of started to interview, and now you're here.
Yay, awesome. So I don't know if Caitlin mentioned this or not, but she and I are going to alternate every other week posting the calls. So yeah, one week you'll get something from Caitlin, one week you'll get something from me. Today it's kind of from both of us. I put together a little slideshow going over just some recognition, some announcements, and our team chat discussion today. So we're going to have a general format every single week. We're going to go over recognition and announcements to make sure everybody's in the loop with everything and that they have the knowledge of what's going on in their businesses to be successful and to move forward. So I'm just going to jump right into it. And I see, Caitlin, you're recording the call?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm so not tech savvy. I'm trying to share my screen and get everything going. Okay, so can you guys see my desktop?
Yes.
Okay, and can you all see this slideshow now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to just go through and mute everyone if I can. Oh, actually, Caitlin, can you go through and mute everyone because it's not going to let me, just so we don't have any echo in the background. And then if you guys do have any questions, just throw them in the chat and we will answer them as we go. So give me a thumbs up if you can see slideshow. And can you still see slideshow? Okay, cool. So we're going to start off with some recognition. This is for the month of May, and we have a pretty small team. Now that we are separate from the Legacy Collective, how many people do we have in our team page? We have 20 coaches exactly in our team page right now. So we're this teeny tiny baby team. So for the month of May, for Success Club 10 and above, we have me with 10 points. For Success Club 5, we have Caitlin with 6 points. And for Success Club 2+, so people who have just gotten on the board, 1 or 2 challenge packs, we have Marley with 4, and we have Rachel, who just started working her business this month, with 2 points on the board. So collectively, we as a team have helped change 11 lives. If you're newer and you're not really sure what these numbers mean, for every 2 points is worth 1 challenge pack or 1 life. So I have 10 Success Club points. That means that I've changed 5 lives this month. Rachel has 2 Success Club points. That means that she's changed 1 life this month. So we're also going to do a Coach of the Week every single week. This week, our Coach of the Week is Rachel because she has been absolutely killing it on her journey. She has been with Beachbody since October and has lost right around 50 pounds. She was a discount coach. She just decided to start working her business and to start paying it forward because that's what we do as coaches. We are on our own journey and we pay this gift forward to other people. And in her first month, literally her first week, I mean, she just decided to start working the business. She's already helped change 1 life, which is super exciting. So good job, everybody. We as a team, we've changed 11 lives, which with 20 coaches on our team, I think that's great. But we can also do a whole lot better. We can all change at least 1 life and get at least, 20 lives changed on the board. So I can't wait to see what we do for the month of June. But I'm super, super proud with how we ended May as well. Just some announcements. Hold on. June 4th, the Beachbody Nutrition app will launch, and that's going to be the app where To Be Mindset can be streamed, along with a new Shakeology channel that's going to be coming out. So if you want to read up on that, you can go to, or just type into Google Beachbody FAQ 9748, and you'll have more information about that. On June 6th, On the Beachbody Champions page, Joel, the creator of Lift 4, and Dr. Luigi Grattan, who is Beachbody's new doctor of, I don't really know what, he just like oversees all of our nutrition stuff. He's a really incredible doctor, very, very knowledgeable. He and Joel are going to be doing a training on the Beachbody Champions page discussing Lift 4. Lift 4 is going to be available for purchase on Beachbody On Demand starting in June. However, it will be available to everybody in October, whether you pay for it or not. So you have the option of paying money now and getting it early and getting it ahead of time. Or if you want to watch your budget, you can just wait until October when it comes out. However, for your business, I think that you can definitely utilize this exclusive launch with your customers. Let them know that they can be the first ones to try it out and they can get in on this early if that's something that they're interested in. And then June 11th, the Lift 4 products do go on sale. You can check out the pricing at FAQ 7500. June 11th, we have a new Spanish-speaking program called Mes de Mas, which is available to everybody, but it's in 100% in Spanish. So if you have any Spanish-speaking customers, if you speak Spanish, if that's your first language, that's a really cool program. If you are going to Summit and you are a Spanish speaker or you have a Spanish-speaking audience, the top 400, I believe, coaches who sell the Mes de Mas products before Summit, or I think in the first week of June, will receive an exclusive shopping excursion at Summit in the core. So you'll get like exclusive access to the new Beachbody gear at the core at Summit. So you can check that out at FAQ 5222. On June 13th, Beachbody Champions page, best practices on introducing new programs on social media. If you aren't already a member of the Beachbody Champions page, just go into Facebook and type in Beachbody Champions into the search bar, add yourself to the group, make sure you have notifications turned on, because that's where you're going to find really cool information and live trainings from tons of successful coaches who are just sharing best practices and what they do in their businesses. A lot of the coaches that you will find in the Beachbody Champions page are newer coaches like us. And when I say newer coaches, I mean people who have been in this business less than 2 or 3 years. They are the people who are, doing groundbreaking things, who are coming right out of the gates running, and the people that you can realistically emulate, realistically look at their journey and say, hey, I can do that. I know sometimes it's hard. I know my coach, Anita Myron, she's been a coach for 6 or 7 years, and her coach, Leslie Cordes, has been a coach almost 10 years. So it's hard for me to compare my journey to them because they've been at this so much longer than me. And the things that they did to become successful are going to be very different from the things that I need to do to become successful. So the Beachbody Champions page is a really cool place to see newer coaches and see what they're doing to be successful now. Also, I know we have some people going. Summit is June 21st through 24th. Check out all the info there, 2808. If you aren't going to Summit this year, I really want you to keep your eye out for the launch date for next year's Summit and make sure that you go. Summit is a pivotal, really exciting, really important event to get to. It's where a lot of coaches have that aha moment where they see the community, they see what's possible, they see just how big and how powerful what we do really is. Sometimes when we're working in our living rooms or on our laptops or on our phones, we feel like we're in this tiny community of just ourselves or just our team or just our challenge groups. But when you get to Summit, you realize that what we do has impacted literally hundreds of thousands of lives, and you get to see those lives at Summit and connect with them and hear their stories. And it's just, I can't put it to words, but it's absolutely moving. So make sure, they usually announce next year's Summit date at Summit. So as soon as that date comes out, Caitlin and I will throw that in the team page to make sure you guys can get tickets early. The earlier you buy tickets, the cheaper it's going to be. Like right now, Summit tickets for this year, for June 21st through 24th, are $195. But I think the initial price is like $100 $20 or something like that. It's a lot cheaper if you get it in advance. So the later you wait, the more expensive it's going to be. But regardless of the price, you're going to want to be there next year. So make that a priority. Start saving now and start planning now so that by this time next June, you can get there. And then the last thing, on June 27th, Beachbody Champions page is going to do a summit recap. So all the information that is shared at Summit will be recapped on the Champions page. So this Summit is also where we find out new product launches, Beachbody Challenge winners, and just lots of cool information that you're going to want to be in the loop on. So be on the lookout for that. Also, last bit of announcements. Right now, most of you guys know, we have the New Coach University. We're doing a trial run of it right now. Most of you guys are in it. The purpose of this New Coach University is, number one, to get you guys all the information and the confidence you need to start your business. But Caitlin and I decided to roll this out to you guys first, even though some of you have already been through a coach training, have been a coach for a while, because we really want your feedback. We want to know how effective you feel it is. I went through this training myself last week, and I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, I'm 2 years into the business, and I even had moments I was like, oh, crap, that makes so much sense. Oh, crap, that's so simple. Man, I've really been overthinking this. So I want you guys to take as many notes as possible, really dive into the training, and give me your honest, super honest feedback. Let me know what we can change, what we can add, what we can make different, what we can clarify, because if this is successful and if you guys appreciate this group, then we're going to save it and continue to use it month after month for all the new coaches joining our team. We are also going to be hosting monthly coach sneak peek groups that all of us can add potential coaches in, and we will all share what coaching is about within that group. We're going to do those once a month for right now. The official date for the next one, we haven't really decided, but I figure once we open up discussion tonight, we can kind of talk about a date for the New Coach Sneak Peek group, as well as a date to officially launch our New Coach University, which will also be once a month for new coaches. Also, we're going to be giving away prizes at the end of each Coach University session. So at the end of this week, so I think this group will end next Tuesday, for each person that completes all 7 activities and comments that they completed the activity within the comments of that particular activity, will be entered into a drawing to win a free t-shirt. So if you want a free t-shirt, make sure that you complete all 7 trainings by next Tuesday and you post them in the correct places, and then we will hop on live and do a live drawing for you guys. And again, like I said before, any feedback about the training is welcome, encouraged, and really, really appreciated. So now let's jump on to the meat of this call. Hold on. My computer is like trying to restart, and that's not a good time. Maybe tomorrow. Can you guys see my face at all, or do you just see my face? Okay. So Caitlin and I, actually Caitlin kind of came up with this. We wanted to come up with like a team mission, something that we can all get behind, more than just sell a challenge pack, make money, earn a commission. We want to have real substance behind what we're doing. So day 1 of your training, we talked about our vision, and each of us has a different vision. We each have a different thing pushing us forward and motivating us to become successful in this business. For me, I'm the type of person, like, I have to feel fulfilled. I like my job that I have at the hospital. I have nothing against it. It's a good job. I make decent money. I get every other week off. I work with Rachel and it's fun. But, I can't say that I feel like I'm making a difference in the world. So for those that don't know, my job at the hospital is to go to patients in the ER and ask them what medications they're taking. it's a really easy job. It's a really simple job. They definitely overpay me to do it. And on the surface, people, I tell people what I do. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had that job. That sounds so easy. But you guys, I feel like I'm making no impact on the world at all. I literally walk into patients' rooms, many of them who are extremely sick, who have chronic health conditions, who are on the verge of dying. And the only contribution I have to their life is asking them what medications they take. And for me, that's heartbreaking. Also working in the ER, for the first time, I've seen people die. And I didn't think that would affect me as much as it has, but I really don't like going to work knowing that people are going to be dying around me. Like it crushes me. The very first time I witnessed a patient die, pass away in the ER, I went down in the pharmacy and literally cried for 2 hours. It was, I never want to become the person that is numb to people dying. And that's what I feel like will happen to me if I continue to work in the healthcare profession, on this side of healthcare. I want to be on the other side of healthcare. I want to change people's lives. I want to help people before they get to the point where they're diabetic and having limbs amputated because of infections. I want to help people before, they have heart disease and get heart attacks and die. Like I want to prevent people from getting to my job. I don't want to see as many people showing up in the ER. And so that's why I do what I do. I want to help people on this side before they get to that side. So Caitlin shared this amazing, 3 words with me, and it really hit home. For our team, our mission should be to live, to love, and to matter. And Caitlin, if you want to hop on really quick and just talk about what that means to you, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and share that.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it's funny how it came about. I literally read this in High Performance book by Brendan Burchard. And I just really liked it that, he says, ask these 3 questions every day. Did I live? Did I love? And did I matter? And I was like, you know what? Like, my birthday was the other day. So I literally made a post about, that is going to be my goal for this year. Living, loving, and mattering more. Because I feel like I have. I've been living. I love my life. But I'm like, I feel like I can be doing more to matter. I feel like I can be an even better coach, better, just matter more. So I was like, and I just been playing around with this idea. Like, I heard another coach say she does pay it forward challenge. And I'm like, I've been wanting to just kind of incorporate something else and just bring something else to our team, to our wellness studio. And then I just thought of those words, live, love, matter. I'm like, okay, we're all living. We're all loving how we're feeling. Now let's matter more. How can we just share what we're doing with more people? And I said it to Desiree, and I'm like, I feel like we're on to something. And then it just it turned into this. We're like, yes, because we're all different people. We all want to matter we're all living different lives, loving how we're feeling. We're all doing things a little bit differently, whether you love to be or 80-day obsession or 21-day fix or whatever you're loving. And we all want to matter in a different way. Like Desiree, what you said is amazing. My story is a little bit different. I had an eating disorder. I had no self-love, no self-confidence. So I want to be the friend to girls like me who had no one. I had to deal with my issues alone. It was almost like I didn't matter enough to other people for people to try and help me. But I want people to feel like they matter, and I want to be that person. So that's what matter means to me. I want to be there for the girls that are struggling. So I'm like, all right, we're all going to want to matter in a different way. So let's take this and run with it. So that's what we're doing. We're all living, loving, and mattering bigger and harder. So that's what I got.
Yeah, so I love that. And so I don't want you guys to think of your business in terms of Success Club points. Yes, we will recognize Success Club points every single week on our calls, to, because this is a business, and moving forward in your business does matter if you're trying to build success. But I find that the people who are more focused on the numbers tend to be less successful as coaches. The people who really invest in people, the coaches that are more than just the sale of a product. we're all Beachbody coaches. There are over 500,000 coaches in the network. We all sell the exact same thing. So why on earth would someone want to sign up with you? And that's something that you have to, that's the part that you have to create. We've got the great products. We've got the great programs. We've got the stuff that works. That's already figured out for you. So now the matter part is why you? Why do I matter? What can I do to matter to somebody else? What can I do to make someone else feel like they matter? And that's where our virtual wellness studio comes in, which also Caitlin and I have also discussed changing the ways that we do that. Actually, I'll touch on that really quick before we go into like the team name and all that stuff. So we have found, the reason why Caitlin and I created this team page was to have a more intimate setting where everybody can feel like they matter, kind of like our team mission, live, love, matter. With the Legacy Collective, there are tons of amazing leaders. There's tons of people to learn from, but there are just too many people in that group for each new coach to feel like they're getting the attention that they need to be successful. There's over 2,000 coaches in that group. So we created this team page so that we can collectively grow together, learn together, and evolve together. So before, we were adding coaches to the Legacy Collective team page and adding challengers to, our long-term virtual wellness studios, which worked for a little bit, kind of. But over time, I was finding that personally, for my challengers especially, they would get added to the virtual wellness studio and disappear because there's just so much noise and there's so much going on. So every month, Caitlin and I decided that we're going to run a brand new 30-day boot camp for our team, so for this unnamed team, every single month. So we are starting our next virtual boot camp, if you guys want to write this down, on June 11th. And we're just, for now, just going to call it the Food Freedom Project. I think that's kind of going to be the name that we stick with through the summer. Each season, month, whatever, we might change up the name, but we will always keep you guys in the loop of our next start date so that you can have something specific to be inviting to. So the next one starts June 11th, so that means that you guys have, hold on. Got about a week to invite to it, a little over a week. So it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but it is. Even if you get just one person in there, that's great. So, but we're going to do that every single month, so you have a specific destination to add them. In that 30-day group, we're going to have scheduled out posts for, weight check-ins, measurement check-ins, giving away prizes every other week to keep people engaged and to keep people active in the groups. And then kind of like in our new coach trainings, the people that are active and engaging are going to have the opportunity to win free stuff. So, yeah. So that's all I'm going to say about that for now. So with our team mission in mind, with our new 30-day challenge, with this new awesome energy that we have as a teeny tiny but growing team, I wanted to open it up to all of us, to everybody, to come up with different team names. So if you have a team name suggestion, you can either throw it in the comments or you can unmute yourself and you can talk about it and kind of explain what that team name means to you. I'm going to stop my screen share so we can all see each other. Okay, I'm going to read through the comments really quick. So Olivia, you said if you have people joining other challenge packs, so you mean people joining other than people with challenge packs?
Yeah, well, so like recently I've been just trying to get people to like referring it as like the 80-day routine, 80-day challenge. So if I'm so like conversing with people who are more leaning towards that aspect and like 2B mindset. So if I do get people to join that, is there somewhere that they can still be added, or would they just still be added to like the Food Freedom Project?
Yeah,
since they're still doing meal planning.
Yeah, and because I thought about that at first too. I noticed, I think everybody's going to have a different personal preference. For me, just because for me personally, the 2B mindset has been absolutely life-changing. Like, I struggle with really bad emotional binge eating, as well as, bad eating disorders in the past. Mm-hmm. So for me, I really, really love 2B Mindset, and that's what I'm leading with my customers, and then giving them the option to work out if that's what they want to do afterwards or along with it. But I understand that there's a lot of people too who just want to work out and who don't really have issues with meal planning. So we're just going to add everybody to the same group.
Okay.
And within that group, we will talk about nutrition, but we'll also talk about fitness. Mm-hmm. But the fitness part will just be optional for people.
Yeah, I'll definitely lean more towards now the 2B Mindset, since there is like the group starting. But I was just wondering for the people that like were already contacted. So thank you.
Yeah. Either, whichever way. So, but that does make me want to bring up another thing though. I know a lot of people have asked me, what if somebody doesn't want Shakeology? What if they just want 2B Mindset, or they just want Beachbody On Demand? And those are options. And I'll leave that open to individual preference. Like if you're okay with signing somebody up with the $99 BOD package, that's 100% up to you. But I will tell you, for me, in the way that I run my business, I don't do that. I don't offer the $99 package. In fact, I've had people, that I've been talking with who have already looked into the programs themselves, and I tell them the pricing, the $160 for the challenge pack, and they ask me like, well, I was talking to another coach, or I saw online that I can get just the workouts for $99. Can I do that? And I just let them know. I'm like, yes, you have the option of purchasing for $99. However, to gain access to my virtual wellness studio, I require all of my customers to start out with Shakeology. If you don't like it, you can always return it, send it back, or exchange it for a different flavor. But I require all of my clients to get started with it because it's going to set them up for the best results. So it's a better deal, and it's a better value, and my customers who sign up with Shakeology tend to be more successful than the ones that don't. So personally, I require it, but again, that's 100% up to you guys. So, but each of you will have free range to decide who you choose and who you don't choose to add to the group. But yeah, the group is open for everybody. Is the group free or for people who sign up with challenge packs? So Donna, kind of the same thing. I will say the group, you have the option of inviting or of adding people who have challenge packs or the $99 package. However, people who don't order anything are not permitted into the group. So if you want to run a free group, you totally can. And there are coaches who run different free groups each month to get people encouraged and motivated. I personally don't run free groups. I have in the past, and they just haven't been beneficial because I find that people who sign up for something for free don't really tend to take it seriously. I've done like free 30-day squat challenges or free water challenges, and people participate for like 2 days, but then they're gone. They forgot about it because they've made no investment. So
in the same way, I stopped running them. Like I don't think I ever signed someone from a free group, and I found it was just sucking my energy when I could be putting that energy into finding people who did want help and were willing to invest in themselves, because people value what they invest. If they're getting something for free, there's no real value in it to people. And as kind of, that's just how it is. So
I agree.
Yeah. And also, I also want you guys to kind of take this other mantra with you from this call, is to keep it simple. The fewer groups that you're running, the fewer things that you're trying to plan, the easier your business is going to be. So when I was doing free groups, I had like a 30-day water challenge, a 30-day squat challenge, my challenge group, my lifetime group, my new coach training, my blah, blah, blah. I was everywhere. And it was hard for me to give little pieces of myself to everybody, because I would much rather give a lot of myself to just a few people. So keep it super simple. If you're thinking about running your own challenge group, you're welcome to. However, I don't recommend it. We're going to have a monthly group for you guys every single month, so utilize it. Don't stretch yourself too thin, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, with that, does anybody have an idea for a team name? Anyone at all?
Yeah, we kind of wanted to leave it open to you guys, because maybe we even play off something with like our mission, or just, we all think on our mission for a day, and, sometimes I can't always think on the spot. Maybe we need, now that all our minds came together, we'll be flowing after the call, and we started thread tomorrow. But does anyone have anything right now?
So does this mean, like the Legacy Collective, we're kind of shying away from, and then like we're kind of going off to a different?
Like that page still has a lot of resources. So if you're looking for a script, you're looking for how to handle an objection, like those types of scripts, those are there.
Okay. And then the TLC we're still staying with as well. Or is that
the wellness studio?
Yeah.
That's like, so what Desiree and I come in thinking is like, okay, well, that's almost like people go through a challenge, and once they finish that challenge, then they can go into that group as kind of like more maintenance. Right?
Okay.
You said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kind of, fresh people that are coming in, getting started, give them that, more individualized attention, not as many people in our monthly challenge. Once they complete, we put them in the wellness studio for just, to continue to meet new people. I was on a call today and, or a push call or whatever, and they said maybe they're talking about buddies. So maybe, Desiree, I didn't even tell you this yet. I want to tell you, maybe like as we transition, challenge participant, they complete it, we put them into the wellness studio and we assign them a buddy to like their accountability buddy. And then that also promotes people turning into coaches. So, we're still kind of like working on the flow, but yes, like the Legacy Collective, that's an, info page. You can go there to, grab a resource and a file, but we want this page to be intimate, action oriented. Like we're running our new coach trainings, the accountability poll is up, kind of thing.
And I just want to add on that too. Like I'm not leaving the Legacy Collective, but I'm also not adding any more coaches there either. So my coaches joining my team from today forward will only be added to our new page. And as far as like resources that Caitlin was mentioning, I am going to be working tonight and tomorrow and kind of throughout this week, adding some resources to our page. Not too many. I feel like the Legacy Collective has a ton of resources, but it's like overwhelming. It's like so many resources from so many different coaches. You don't know which ones to use. So I'm just going to add a couple inviting scripts. Because Caitlin and I are going to plan out our 30-day challenge group, and we're going to have posts scheduled. So I'm going to, once we have that scheduled out, I'll put a copy of that schedule in a file on our team page. So if you guys do down the line decide to run your own challenge groups, you can just use that same schedule. And I'm also going to be uploading tonight a new coach and a new challenger email that all of you guys can send to your new challengers, so that they, once they sign up, they're not like, okay, what do I do now? So they're going to have a really short, simple, sweet email that directs them to the Beachbody Challenge. So they'll submit their before photos to the Beachbody Challenge, and then they can add themselves to the team page and to the challenge group and introduce themselves and give them a little bit of responsibility as well. So I'll share that with you guys in the team page tonight. Yes. And I feel like there's more. So I guess if we, well, would you add discount coaches too, or just active coaches to the new group? It's up to you. I mean, I've always been on the fence about that, but I don't know.
I didn't always, because I found it never, like if they weren't interested in the business yet, I didn't want to throw them into it.
Oh wait, I forgot. Rachel, who's on this call, she's a discount coach, and I added her to the team page, and guess what? She's a coach now who has sold challenge packs. So yes, I changed my mind. Add your discount coaches, because you never know.
I was just going to say, I think I really enjoyed being added because it wasn't like in my face and I could kind of figure it out on my own, if that makes sense. Like I kind of made that decision, just because I was like, oh, look, they did this or they did that. And it kind of helped.
Yeah, kind of like behind the scenes.
Give that push.
Behind the scenes look, and you're like, what are they doing? Do I want to be a part of this? Yeah.
All right, add discount coaches.
Or add your discount coaches.
Any other questions or anything? Or
Well, while we're all mulling on team names, I mean, we don't have to decide on a team name right now or even tonight or even this week. I mean, that's like literally the least important part. But I'm curious to know, like, what are your guys' like goals with your fitness? And like, I know in the training today, I had you guys share what program we're going to be doing. How are all of you guys doing right now? Are you in a good groove? Have you fallen off? Are you getting restarted? Like, where's everybody at on their journey?
Because that is
So,
your
sorry.
business. Like your business and your journey, they are parallel, and you'll hear so many coaches say it. And so just had to add that.
So I'm doing 80-day obsession, and I just started phase 2. It took me a little bit to take. I took starting photos, and well, it's a couple days in phase 2, but I just took my progress photos today. I was a little hesitant because I didn't want to let myself down, and I'm really glad that I did take them and I posted them to my Instagram today. But I couldn't believe like the results that I even saw from that. Like it was just crazy, and it just makes you so like excited and want to strive for your goals more. So I think that really helped me to be more motivated to let other people know, hey, this is what's happening. This is like this is how you can feel too. So 80-day obsession is like amazing.
Yeah.
When you get that excitement, it's easier to share about it and want to share it with people. And then when you invite, people will feel that enthusiasm. And like when you're sharing it on your page, because they always say like what you're doing publicly, like what you're talking about privately, you should be talking about publicly. So just let that excitement like feed you and like feed your posts. And when you're going into inviting people, think of that excitement. Like I want you to feel like this too. I feel so amazing. Like when you just have that mindset, it makes inviting easier. But that's awesome. I'm so glad you took your pictures because it does make a difference. Like when you see them and you're like, oh, wow, like I did that. That's awesome. Good job.
Thanks.
Anybody else?
So I've been doing the 2B mindset. Sorry, my voice. I've been doing the 2B mindset since I think like the second week in May, and I've dropped 12 pounds. So I'm like loving it so much. And Chris jumped on board with me, which I was not expecting. So that's like really helped because he's been my accountability buddy in my house instead of seeing a ton of junk food laying around and just like dreaming about it all day. So I've been really having a lot of great progress with 2B mindset. And for some reason, usually I'm like stronger on fitness than nutrition. But for some reason, I just like can't get in a fitness groove right now. Like I tried PiYo. I did, right now I'm just doing a little obsessed because I was thinking about doing a second round of 80-day because I never finished it. But I think I might do what Desiree recommended and do the 21-day fix. But I mean, I'm shocked that this nutrition actually worked because much like Caitlin and Desiree, I've struggled with eating disorders for a long time. And for nutrition to actually like show me some love back, like I'm happy. I'm really happy. So it's like changed my mindset, changed my attitude, changed my weight. Like it's just changed everything. So I'm loving 2B mindset.
That is awesome.
And what I love too about 2B mindset, I know you mentioned that you aren't really in the fitness group right now. I was so not in the fitness group when I started 2B. Like 80-day obsession, like I love that everybody's having great experiences with 80-day obsession, but for me, just being totally honest, it was not a great experience. I did really, really well for about 60-ish days, and then I burned myself out and started to resent working out. I don't think it was the program itself as much as it was the program in conjunction with my already really busy schedule. During my work week, I work night shifts with Rachel, and I leave my house at 6 p.m. I get home at 6 a.m. And then I try to work my business for an hour in the morning. So I usually go to bed around 7 or 8. So with 80-day obsession, I was waking up super, super early on like 3-4 hours of sleep, time nutrition, working out for an hour, trying to get to work on time, trying to stay awake at work, and it was literally killing me. And it burned me to the ground to the point where I like started to really dislike working out. And then I started 2B and I was like, oh, this is such a breath of fresh air. And like the first week I didn't work out at all and I felt amazing. And then finally, like after a while, I was like, actually, I kind of want to work out. And so now I'm doing quarter force and Nate's doing it with me and Rachel's also doing it. And it's like, it's fun again. Like it's hard and it's challenging, but I think for me, it's fun again. So.
And look at all of our different stories and like, am I still unmuted? Yeah. Like Desiree and I had kind of talked because like I loved 80 Day Obsession in the beginning and then it literally like kicked my butt. It sent me like back into my eating disorder almost because I was like feeling like I had to be too perfect. I was getting so burnt out. My body just couldn't handle it. I'm still seeing my chiropractor because of what it did to my hips. Like so bad. And then it also, I was eating the cleanest I've ever eaten and I was bloated almost every day. The only good thing that came out of 80 Day Obsession for me was figuring out I had SIBO. So I had to cut out literally all the sweet potatoes that freaking Autumn was making me eat and all the sugar. Like literally I cut out fruit and sweet potatoes. And now I'm doing high fat, low carb to get rid of my SIBO. And I also share that with you because so I am loving 2B. I'm not exactly following it perfectly, but I'm taking the mindset part of it. I'm weighing myself again. And I used to avoid the scale and now I'm using it. And I'm, not working on weight loss. I'm kind of working on gain, but I'm drinking more water and I'm listening to my body and I'm using all of our mindset things and loving it. And I'm tracking every day. So I wanted to share also that with you just to, not every piece of what we have is going to be for everybody, but you can pick and choose and make the best plan for them. Because I learned this word a couple of years ago when I did this health coach certification program. It's called bioindividuality. And it's literally what we are as Beachbody coaches. There's not a one size fits all way to eat, way to live that's going to work for everybody. And that's why we have the best of everything, because we have so many tools at our fingertips to help every single person so we can matter to the people that need us. It's not here, follow this plan and do this. It's like, okay, this doesn't work for you, but we move around, we do this, we do that. So there's my story for the moment. So yes. Oh, I am doing 21 Day Fix, Marley. So if you want like to talk 21 Day Fix, I love it. And
Yeah.
Autumn and 80 Day, not so much. 21 Day Fix, I love 21 Day Fix.
I started it and that was like one of the first programs. I tried Insanity right before that. And that was also like one of the first programs I did after I had a C-section. So it was like the dumbest idea ever. And I ended up throwing out my back in the middle. Like I had 1 week left of 21 Day Fix and like just threw my back out and couldn't do anything for a month besides yoga. So yeah, I'm like, I really want to give it another try because I had good results, but ooh.
On your body, it's not the craziness of 80 Day Obsession. And even the yoga, and guys, I don't know if you realize it, but in the yoga there's guided meditation videos, and I've been doing the AM meditation every morning for the past week after my workout, and it has been like glorious. Like I feel like it's just people don't always know that's in there. And for the people that just need some quiet time in the morning, there's also PM meditation that I want to fit in my schedule. I haven't done yet, but like there's another thing that we can offer people, you know what I mean? So it's, I would totally recommend trying one of those meditations because I don't know, I find it very calming in the craziness that our lives are. It's a really nice couple minutes just to kind of like clear our heads, and I put it down as my me time in my 2B tracker.
Am I muted?
You're good.
Okay. Speaking of just like random, like sharing our journeys and stuff, I'm putting together this like little collage really quick. I want to play like a little mini game with you guys. I want you to see something. Hold on. I'm putting it together right now. And I want you to, I'm going to put a couple Instagram photos or like, pages together that I found. And I'm going to put them all side by side. And I want you guys in the comments, I labeled them all A through E. And I want you to tell me which ones you think are Beachbody coaches, and which ones you guys think are like just like regular bloggers or influencers, or the accounts on Instagram that we all love to follow just because they're super cool and we don't really know anything about these people, but we're just like, oh my God, I want to be them. So, hold on. Almost done. So I know one of the things about being a Beachbody coach that like freaks people out sometimes is like, oh, I don't want to post on social media. Like I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to like, be that girl. So I hope this is big enough. I'm going to share my screen really quick. Okay, you guys see my screen? Cool. So I want you to look at all of these accounts. Look closely. I hope you guys can see it well. A through E, put in the comments which ones you think are Beachbody coaches. And I can't see the comments right now. So once you've put your answer in the comments, just throw a thumbs up. What time is it? And it's almost 9. So I think we'll wrap up with this last little message.
I love the ones you picked.
Thanks. Oops, sorry guys. Was that me that just wrote across the screen? If it was, I'm sorry. Okay, has everybody answered? Or thumbs up if you're still working. Okay.
I can read comments. We have it from Olivia, Donna, and Rachel.
Okay.
Oh, and Marley.
Okay. So is everybody done now then? That's all of us, right? I'm gonna escape so I can see my mouse. Okay. Let's look at the chat. So, Olivia says A, C, and D are Beachbody coaches. Donna says C, D, and E are Beachbody coaches. Rachel says A, B, and E are Beachbody coaches. And Marley says A, B, C, and E. So, the correct answers are all of them. They're all Beachbody coaches, every single one of them. The difference, I think, is pretty obvious, though. Pages A, B, and E are all very successful coaches making a full-time income. And A, B, and E are also pages that aren't throwing Beachbody in your face. Pages C and D, actually, fun fact, page D, right here, can you guys see my mouse? Page D, this girl right here, the person that page D posted in their page, is actually this girl's this is the actual girl. Like, that's her actual profile. So this girl right here, this is her actual profile. So I'm not saying that you can't share other people's transformations. Like, obviously, we all do it. But I think the common thing you're going to find from A, B, and E is that these girls are sharing their stories. They're sharing who they are, and Beachbody is just a piece of that. So, A is Bree Holland. She's on our team. Awesome friend. She's amazing. She talks a lot about being a mom. She's a stay-at-home mom of 2 girls with a 3rd girl on the way. She loves fashion. She loves design. She likes to cook, and she likes to just be girly and do makeup. And she talks a lot about that stuff. And that's what she usually posts about. She usually posts about mom life. And in her stories, she shares her day-to-day life, what she's doing with her kids, what she's making them. And she'll also show her workout in her story. However, her entire feed isn't like, I'm a fitness coach, I'm a Beachbody coach, I'm a wellness coach, let me help you lose weight, let me help you get in shape. Hey, I got this really cool shake that I drink, you should drink it too. Her feed is her life. And her stories, she ties all of that together with what she does with Beachbody. And it's not like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, come drink my shake and come join my challenge group. She's like, hey, I'm a busy mom, thank God I got my shake, whatever. Or sometimes she won't mention Beachbody stuff at all unless it just comes up. Kind of like, I have 2 cats, but I don't really talk every day about my cats. I mention them when they come up, but it's like, they're just a part of me. Like, everybody knows I've got 2 cats, but that's not my everything. Same with Beachbody. Like, people will know that you're a Beachbody coach. It can come up. If it comes up, it comes up. But our job is to share more of who we are and share our legacy. Like, think of it as like a time capsule for your great-great-grandchildren to look back at you on. Do you want your great-great-grandchildren to look at your time capsule and say, oh, my great-grandma was so cool. She was a Beachbody coach that took selfies with her shake every day? No. You want your great-great-grandchildren to look back at your feed and say, oh my gosh, my great-grandma was so hot. Look at her in that little white bikini. She was fun. She enjoyed being outside. She and my grandpa loved, going to the beach together, and they were so excited and so in love. They got their new apartment together at this time. Like, tell your story.
That's what it is. It's the story.
You. Yeah. Tell your story
behind the picture. Like, I just put a post up, my last post today. So if you guys want to look at it for an example, it's literally me in my wedding dress. What you don't expect is it's a Shakeology story, because I researched an ingredient the other day that says, and I can't even think of it off the top of my head right now, it helps with dementia. My wedding day, my grandparents could not be there. One had passed away. One was too weak to be there. They both had dementia. So I talked about that is one of the reasons that I drink Shakeology every day, is to not do that to my family. I didn't hold my shake and say, I'm drinking my shake because it has superfoods. No, I told a story. This is why I'm doing this. So just at first glance, you would not think that is a call to action. You would not think I'm going to talk about my Shakeology, but I do. So something I've been really working on is telling the story behind the picture, so people get to know you, why you do things. Like, tie in you work out, tie in you drink Shakeology, tie in you eat healthy, but you're not a person who spends all day in the kitchen and working out. You're a dog mom. You're an actual mom. You have a job. You like travel. You like food. You don't have to be perfect. You can like wine and mac and cheese and yoga pants and be you. Like, who said it? Recently I heard the biggest mistake Beachbody coaches make is they become a Beachbody coach and that's all they post. They forget who they are. Beachbody is a piece of us. Like, I say I'm a wife and a dog mom, and then I'm a coach. Like, those things I'm first, as a wife and a dog mom. So
yeah. So I know that a lot of you guys already know this. Like, don't post like stock photos like 21 Day Fix Extreme. Don't just take a picture of your Shakeology and say Shakeology. And in fact, these 2 profiles, I found them by searching the hashtag. I don't even know who these people are. I searched these 2 people and I found their pages by typing in hashtag Beachbody Coach and hashtag Shakeology. And this is what came up. So also, don't hashtag Beachbody Coach. Nobody's searching that except for Beachbody coaches. Both of these people had like 50 followers, but like thousands of posts. So they've had their accounts for a very long time with like a handful of followers. And it's not about the followers number at all, but no one wants this showing up in their feed. Nobody wants to watch you sell stuff. What people do want to see is your journey, like where you were before and where you are now. What people do want to see is you and your spouse loving on each other and being happy, or you and your pets, or you feeling confident, or you and your besties, or you on vacation, or you just at the grocery store doing whatever you do. Like, you don't even have to be interesting. And I feel like that's a piece that I struggle with that too. I'm like, oh my God, my life is not interesting. What the hell am I going to post about? And yesterday I did a post about not having patio furniture, but sitting outside on an old comforter because it was so nice out and I wanted to be outside. And that post got a ton of engagement. Like, people connected. Like, I talked about how, at first I was like, oh shit, I need to buy patio furniture just like all my neighbors because I want to sit outside. And instead I stopped myself and I was like, no, it's nice out right now. I'm going to grab an old comforter and I'm going to sit outside and enjoy the nice weather right now. So like, just that had nothing to do with coaching. It had nothing to do with Beachbody. But it was just my life at that moment yesterday. So share your life at this moment right now, every day, if that makes sense. It's hard. It's it's a struggle, but
it is, and that's something we've come to get better at. So we will help you. Don't think that you suddenly need to be like, oh my God, what am I going to post? Don't just think every post you make, is this connecting with someone? Like, that's what you want your post to be. Your page is like an invitation to get to know you, not a sales pitch.
Yeah. So, and like Caitlin said, tell a story. Like, when I took my picture outside yesterday, I could have said, so beautiful outside, and then a selfie of me sitting outside. Or I can talk about the story behind it, how, I was feeling down on myself. I was looking around at everyone's nice patio furniture and felt insufficient and felt like I needed to buy patio furniture. And I went inside on Amazon, put patio furniture in my shopping cart, and was like, hold up, wait a minute. No, I don't need to keep up with the Joneses. I can just go enjoy outside right now. And that's what I decided to do. So, because people connect with that. Nobody connects with, oh, it's so pretty outside. So what? We all know it's pretty outside. Look out the window. So, okay, we're past 9 o'clock, so I don't want to drag this out too much later. I hope I got one more comment. Oh yeah, so Rachel posted her first transformation photo. Was that last week? Just
Yeah, I think last week. Thursday, maybe.
Yeah, so transformation photos are also a huge thing to share too. But you can share other people's transformation photos, but the most powerful transformation photo you can share is your own, because that tells your story. I mean, Rachel posted her transformation, and I was watching her post with her. It was just blowing up. Like, how much? I think she got like over 200 likes on that.
Like 300 likes and like 50 comments or something crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Her very first transformation photo. So, and the reason why, and Rachel could have posted that, or she could have gone to the Beachbody Challenge Facebook page, snagged a before and after photo of one of the $100,000 winners who have lost 100+ pounds, posted that on her page, and I guarantee you it would have gotten crickets. Maybe 3 likes, maybe. Like, oh, look at Janet, she lost 114 pounds doing our programs or from our company. Who wants to join me? Instead, Rachel told her entire story. She told about where she was, where she is now, where she wants to be, and how she's getting there. And she also tied in a call to action saying, I want people to do this with me. Who's in? Send me a message or drop a comment below. And she sold her first challenge pack after that. So work on your journey, tell your story. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to, you have to invest in you first to get to that point, but share along the way. Okay, now I'm officially ending the call so that you guys can all go to bed and do your things. So love you guys. Thank you for hopping on. If you think of any team names, I'll put up a thread in the team page. There's no rush. I mean, we can just be nameless for a while if we have to. So, yeah. Bye.